Well, let's get to an exclusive then. Sources are telling CNBC-TV18 that the City Gas Distributors are seeking parity between taxes on natural gas and those on LPG and electric vehicles in order to be price competitive. Sapna joins us to fill us in with what all she's picking up. Sapna?
Yeah, hi Nigel. So this is basically a big pain point for these CGD players, so to speak. So what they're demanding is a waiving or a standardization of the high VAT rates on both the gas products, CNG and PNG. They are saying very clearly the VAT rates do lead to cascading, and even in terms of encouraging existing LPG consumers into PNG. I mean, basically convenience is not just a factor, costing is also a major fact. They're citing the example of Uttar Pradesh, for example, like it levies 10% VAT on CNG purchase without ITC, and on top of that they have a 12.5% on the sales as well. Similarly, if you look at it in terms of comparison with EVs and LPG, which are under the GST regime, well, there it's 5%, whereas you have an excise, a central excise of 14% on CNG and a VAT of 5 to 10% for CNG and PNG. So, we're talking of tax rates between 22 to 23% for CNG and PNG in comparison to 5% LPG. And of course, EV is also a big pain point for this CV industry. So 14% excise on CNG needs to be waived, reduced to a minimum. They have also worked out the calculations, and this is of course based in terms of the FY23 numbers. So we just need to be mindful of that. So out of a 270,000 crores is what the central government collects in terms of petroleum taxes. Out of that, CNG would have, if it's waived completely, it's an 8,000 crore state for the government. The number can be slightly higher in the current year. But if there's a cut, then obviously, it will be much lower than that, than this 8,000 number that we're talking about. Last but not the least, they also want the GST on CNG vehicles is still at 28% at par with petrol and diesel. Again, comparison with EV, which is under 5%. So they want that to be brought at parity with EVs. Plus, waive road tax, registration charges of CNG vehicles in line with EV. Last but not the least, in terms of the LPG versus PNG debate, create LPG-free zones where PNG network is available. So this is a big pain point. And, going forward, Nigel, you have all kinds of fuels in the market. So you have IT, you have CGD, you are talking of hydrogen, and then, you're talking of EVs. So there is a big shake-up in the industry, which is ongoing, not very visible right now, but to become more visible over the next 2 years.
All right, Sapna, thanks a lot for that exclusive update there. Sapna Das with that exclusive news break. Time for a